in regards to the whole witch hunt and all that other stuff, the reason that was, you gotta respect the psychology of the ones doing it. If somebody was burning somebody, it's because what was being done? There were some corrupt witches with the title of quote unquote witch doing evil, and there were innocent little bitch quote unquote witches that weren't doing nothing to stop those corrupt witches. So how the fuck are you mad because you did nothing to stop the corrupt bitches, and the corrupt bitches now caused the whole entire mob to come in and kill you because your dumbass couldn't go and check what these certain quote unquote witches were doing? So how are you calling yourself a witch? But what have you been doing to developing souls? Ask that. And where did you get that limited psychology? Who gave you that information for you to think you're a witch? If you don't even know where that word came from, where it started, the intentions, the effects of that word, how are you calling yourself a witch? If you're not at the high levels, how are you calling yourself a witch? Go check out Arizona Wilder and just really think about if you call yourself a quote unquote witch, have you gotten to the high levels? Do you know what's really going on? So how are you trying to look cute and pretending you're this and that, but you know what's going on the higher levels? And then the ones at the higher levels, you got a couple of people that stop being corrupted souls, and those quote unquote people then speak truth and tell you what's really going on. And then you what? You want to keep being, you think you're making quote unquote potions, mixing this and that. And what are you mixing? And what are you doing? What are you doing? Stop it. It's not cute. Stop. And if you don't want to stop, you're going to attend to the consequences. Because if you're calling yourself a witch, don't be surprised when there's a corrupt, quote-unquote witch doing something evil, and then a whole entire mob comes in, and you identify yourself as a quote-unquote witch, and now you get burned on the stake because you wanted to be repping something you don't even know about. Huh? Because people don't realize when you're repping something, what are you really repping? Because if you're repping like, oh, you Bloods, you Crip, you Patria, you're Trini, you're whatever the fuck you think you are, if somebody else does something in that set, guess what? You're gonna tend to the consequences. Who the fuck is they gonna lay out when somebody comes in to take them out? If you's repping something, magically you quote unquote magically you don't want to rep it now. You don't want to rep when the consequences comes in because you don't know about all the corrupt bullshit that's going on, huh? And so, quote unquote, I have had friends that have repped all sorts of nonsense, but I respect whatever is their limited because they're in a process of developing. So if they believe in, so I know eventually as they ascend and they become more aware, they develop, they learn more at their own pace, they're eventually going to let that go. They're going to grow out of that because they're going to notice exactly why it was created, the intentions, the effects. They're going to let go of the corrupt garbage. And that's just the process we're in right now in this age of Aquarius, age of information. So if you're out here repping you're a witch because you was watching too many Sabrina episodes, you're going to have to evaluate again. Because just because a corrupted soul in a brief planetary body that looks like you, if your bitch ass grandmother, and not to disrespect, but I mean, is it if your grandmother tried to give you a toxic thought form and it got your grandmother nowhere, it just led her to have a limited perspective, limited views, being oblivious while children were being raped, murdered, sacrificed, etc. Look at your grandmother. She did nothing with her existence, and she's going to tend to that. And so this is the thing. Know what you're repping. Just because somebody that looks like you reps something does not mean you have to rep it too. If it's corrupt, you don't have to do that. If you do it, you'll tend to the consequences. But personally, why you do things, if you're not righteous, you're on the chopping board. It's just that time. And it really is just that time. It's that time. You don't like it? You're about promiscuity. You're about nonsense because somebody tricked you into becoming a corrupted soul and you don't appreciate where you can easily be and the power that you have that's just waiting for you to tap into that. You don't want to do that, you'll tend to the consequences. There's billions of souls who walked exactly the path you're walking, and if you don't want to listen to this voice giving you some value with it for you to reevaluate, for you to think, hey, you'll tend to the consequences. But it's here. The consequences are here. And we're talking about it. A whole entire course lesson. Don't be surprised when you look, for example, you got the Khazarians, the quote unquote Jew. Not all Jews are bad, but there's definitely corrupt Jews in there. And everything they've been doing in this respective U.S. melting pot, they were doing back when they attacked Russia and they caused Russia's economy to collapse. And they was trying to do it to Germany. Hitler did what he did because guess what? There was too many quote unquote good Jews not doing nothing to stop the corruption, the tyranny, the tyranny, bro, the genocide. So many quote unquote innocent Jews not stopping the genocide. Living in La La with limited ass information that allowed them to prey on other humanoid species. For example, you got all these Jews are supposed doctors and all this other stuff. They're preying on the humanoid species, all these humanoid species, even their own, that are going through cancer, all sorts of bodily problems because parasites are throwing visual and auditory corrupt spells to give you a horrible lifestyle that wastes your time on this planet. That's a fact. And so all those corrupt business model schemes are being factually checked and legally sieged. It's not that hard to comprehend. The vernacular changed. Sorcerer, all this other. The word will disappear. But the concept and the intention and how somebody uses that concept is what you have to observe. So with that said, this is just a quick little shout out to the fact that we have a course lesson for the word witch. And you can get that information if you want. Just protect your mind. And if you were thinking you were a witch and now you realize, oh no, there's more to this and you don't want to do that now, great. You're going to be given awareness so that you can be a powerful, effective, feminine divine if you're a female. So you can be a powerful spirit guide and you can be your powerful co-creator self in your direct space in this age of Aquarius, age of information. Like people talk about age of Aquarius, but they're not really repping age of Aquarius because they're not giving actual information out here. How you trying to look cute on the camera, but then you're not actually giving significant information on what's really going on? What? So we see the capped, underdeveloped souls out here trying to jump on the wave, and now the wave's crashing over them. Age of Aquarius.